Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Jacksonville. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Jamal Agnew. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate.
And it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Oh, some strong running. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Andre Cisco there on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
To about the 48-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Here we go, here we go.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Chase the motion man right. They'll fake the jet sweep and go play action with Burrow. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by a good 3 yards as they convert on 4th and 5. 6-0 our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Gun. Shot.
Burrow will throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Hey, run. Think right.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Red on red.
This 2nd and 4.
11.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
11.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. There he goes, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 36 yards. And the Jags are able to add on to that lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
First down, Cincinnati.
Again, it's Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Burrow. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get three to add on even more to their lead. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Went with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Doug Peterson says, let's go for two here.
13,
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Now Burrow on first down. That one complete down the field to Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
First down. Here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Bengals.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Burrow looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Etienne up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Eluding the pressure right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 36 yards. And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he returns this to the 22.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Burrow. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it,